Oh my god! Wow!
I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Another video. It's been a while ever since I make a new video cause apparently my whole entire holiday is kind of work. So last week I didn't make a nerf video or a new video because I'm working a part-time job, so I'm making money obviously. Let me ask you some questions. Okay, first of all, are you a Springer user and you want to get into Flywheel, but you're probably using the Nexus Pro or the Aeon Pro or the Max Striker, but you actually wanted to have a Flywheel blaster, but you seem that you can't find a perfect Flywheel blaster. The reason why is because if you're probably gonna buy like a stock Strive and then mod it, you don't even know how to mod or you don't know how to which is gonna suck. Or probably the easiest to gain access to is obviously a Spectrum, but this only hits 110, which obviously doesn't hurt. You want something that has more power. Well, today you are in luck. Today we're gonna review obviously the Pro Mark III. So it is the box of the Mark III. It's really huge. It's kinda right there. I try to put it in the frame of the video. It says like obviously we have the battery safety information, so do not mix old and new batteries, or else your blaster will spoil. So you can see it has a battery compartment here. It takes alkaline batteries. Really rad. And it says warning here. You can see this product may be mistaken as a firearm, so do not spray paint this blaster back. Black or the cops are gonna find you. And at the back we have nothing, and we're gonna unbox this blaster right now. Okay guys, here we go.
No.
Hey, where's my Mark III?
Bruh.
Can you only give me an instruction? Oh, where's my Mark III, man? I spent like $200 on this and
Bruh.
I guess that's the end for today's video. $200 on it and I didn't get the blaster, bro, man. Just kidding, obviously I got the blaster and I actually used this blaster for quite some time, and I didn't use it. I did try it in the game before because other people blaster, but I didn't try my personal one in the game yet because I've been really tired, so I didn't want to come to a game or join a game. So yeah, this is, as you can see, this is the Mark III, the Dark Zone Pro Mark III. It's basically a Spectrum but on steroids.
Now that's a lot of damage!
The design is pretty much similar, but yeah. So as you can see right here, this is the Mark III here, and it's pretty kind of huge also at the same time, especially in terms of the thickness. So I'm gonna start from the back and then go all the way to the front. Disclaimer, some of the accessories that I have here, as you can see, like this top is from the Nexus Pro and the angled foregrip is from my Prophecy. So some of the accessories here does not come with the Dark Zone Pro Mark III, and yeah, so I just customize it. So I'm just gonna show you guys my setup also at the same time. So as you can see at the back here, as you can see, I have a Nexus Pro stock. You can actually, so it's from the Nexus Pro. The reason why I put the Nexus Pro stock is because I think so it fits the look better instead of the stock, instead of the original stock. So this is the original stock. If you guys want to see how it looks like, so it looks like this. It's pretty small. This is actually a buffer tube, so you can choose whatever buffer tube stock you want or airsoft stock you want. As you can see, the original stock actually has rubber padding here, so it's much more comfortable. But personally, it's comfortable. But the reason why I don't want to use this stock is also that it's kind of, how to say, like a bit smooth. So for like kind of like better kind of feel, I don't really like the stock because it feels weird as the rubber kind of like sticks and doesn't go smoothly with the clothes that I'm wearing. Also, this is pretty smooth. Yeah, so I kind of prefer this stock better. Yes, it also has rubber padding, but then at the back, as you can see, there's nothing. So Dark Zone didn't have like a secret compartment. It's just this here. Also, it has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. So yeah, I mostly go, if I'm using this stock, I'll go for the last position as it's much more comfortable. But if I'm using the Nexus Pro stock, I don't need to adjust it, so it's really comfortable at this point. Next, I also have a buffer tube sling point right here, as you can see. It doesn't came with the Mark III, so this is from me, as you can see. I bought it separately. Yeah, so this is where I'll run my sling here, and at the front here, this is also a zip tie, sling point also. I'll have a 2-point sling. 2-point slings are great because it has great stability for me to transition properly to my secondary. At the top, as you can see, is a Picatinny rail. Yes, you can put whatever sights you want, but I will not use any sights or optics because this blaster accuracy is pretty bad. So yeah, it also came in with the this red dot. It's kind of like a replica red dot, I think, but not really a replica. But this thing actually you can't zero it and you can't adjust it, so it's definitely useless. You can actually add a battery inside. You open this screw right here, and you can actually have a battery inside, and you can turn on the red dot with this switch here. I don't have a battery inside because it's useless, so I don't want to spend money on this. And it just slides right on, so you don't need to kind of like tighten it or what. It just slides right on. It came in with the Mark III, but I didn't use it because it's obviously for cosmetics, so I didn't want to use it because it's definitely not gonna help. At the front, at the middle right here, as you can see, is the main core blaster part. Here we have a rubberized grip. Very good feature. It feels really comfortable. The grip is really nice. I really like it. So very good Dark Zone. As you can see right here, we actually have the select fire. Right now it's on semi, so if you pull down the rev trigger, before you want to fire the blaster, you must pull down the rev trigger and then pull the trigger. As you can see, it's really loud. It feels like a Dyson vacuum cleaner, so it's really loud. And if you want to spill some foam, flip it up to full auto. Okay, so it has kind of like an electronic trigger, or kind of like an electronic motor inside to actually perform the full auto. So how does this work is that when you are in semi, you kind of function like the Spectrum or the Strife. Okay, and it's really snappy. You pull the trigger, the dart will just fly out. So that's why I also like the Mark III. And if you want to go full auto, which you probably wouldn't even want to go full auto, the reason why is because the full auto is very slow. It's about 4 darts per second. I really want something that is like 8 darts per second or 14 darts per second or even 40 rounds per second. That would be better. So if you want to go full auto, you just flip it up and then you go to the electronic kind of pusher. So you pull on rev trigger and then the pusher will start to will be powered by a motor. So a motor will just kind of we'll just kind of move the pusher back and then push the dart next, push the next dart into the flywheel. Next, as you can see, we got a mag weld here. It's not flat, but it can pretty much take any mags. This blaster actually allows you to shoot both full length and half length, so that's also another reason why I actually want to buy this blaster also. So as you can see, the darts that came in with is this kind of new yellow bamboo darts that has kind of like a diamond shape, and this is the half length version. The magazine it came in with is this kind of design. Looks pretty cool, pretty rad also. It also has this mag adapter here for the short darts. So Right now I'm gonna show you a bit of magazine comparability and also the firing demonstration. A quick one, alright? So we'll start off with the original kind of magazine that came in with, which is the 15 rounder. But there's one issue I want to bring up when using the magazine that it came in with. It says that it holds 15 rounds, but it's a banana mag. But somehow I can't load in 15 rounds. I need to load in like 11 rounds. So it kind of sucks. So since you're gonna try it with semi first. Pretty fast, very snappy.
Yeah, boy.
Okay? And then we also got the half length.
Oh my god!
Pretty rare and pretty very snappy. And also, if you want to try out with worker talent, surprisingly, this is the worker 10 round magazine. It has the worker words here, so it will be much more harder to put it in smoothly, cause there's friction by the words. So, but surprisingly, I can shove it in, take it out very easily. We got some worker darts here. Very snappy also. And then, if you want, you can also take this thing out, slap on a worker mag with the worker tank. Currently I'm using the one that has no mag release, but that will also work fine if you want that. Works well. You can also take and then put this thing in here, the original mag adapter, and then take this.
Yes.
And it works well also. Pretty rad. Alright. Next we actually have also the Nexus Pro mag. So it also will work, and I want to show you guys full auto. It's very slow, so let's check it out. Very slow also at the same time. Next, I also can actually use this. This is the worker kind of P mag. Okay, we're gonna go with semi. Okay, so one issue with the full length is that not really a huge gripe, but actually when I use the full length, the trigger pull seems to be a bit heavy compared to the half length. Not sure why, but that's actually one thing I found out. And then we also got this is the Spectrum mag. Slap this thing in. And then we also got the Nexus Pro half-length mag and the original Nerf mag. Both will work fine. So try it out with the Nexus Pro mag. Let's try it out with full auto. Works well, feeds well also at the same time. Okay, try it out with semi. Oh, there's one more shot. Looks very well, very snappy also. Next, we try it out with Nerf drum mag. Works pretty well also at the same time. So it fits through all the mags that I have, no problems. And there's also kind of like an issue with the talent compatibility, saying that when you use talent mags, okay, it won't fit well. But so far for my blaster here or my Mark III, it's currently stock, so there's no internal modifications. It works well also. Yeah, so it's very interesting here. So yep, trigger pull is also very light, and I like how snappy it is. So pull the trigger, it will just shoot out the dart. That's a very good thing. Make sure you guys get a reliable blaster. Make sure you get something that you pull the trigger and the dart will fly out. Okay. Next here, as you can see, we got a battery door here. So if you unscrew this screw here, there's the battery compartment. And also inside the battery compartment, there is actually a screw that you can actually remove the screw, and then inside you use a XT60 connector where you can use the LiPo. So this blaster here can take both LiPo and the normal alkaline battery. So this is very good also. Here we have the flywheel cage part, where this is the part here where the flywheel and the flywheel cage is being stored. One thing I don't like about this design is that it's kind of fat. So yeah, but that's not also a huge gripe also, but it's just me, you know. Next, you also got a handguard here. Pretty comfortable, but I have my own angled foregrip. Why? Because I like it to hold it like that, as it's much more stable. I don't like it here. I don't know why, but I just like it here. Like the angled foregrip better, and I also can C-clamp properly. Now to C-clamp, if you want to be tactical AF,
Bruh.
you also got another PTT reel right down here, so you can actually add your own grip that you want. That's why I have my angled foregrip here. Angled foregrip does not come with the blaster, so just keep in mind with that. So you can see inside here, there is obviously the hole, I mean the barrel of the blaster. You can actually see the flywheel inside. So yeah, the flywheel seems to have is concave, so it looks like the worker flywheels, so it has good performance also at the same time. Some extra things that it came in with is the eye protection. It's this obviously. So this is the eye protection that it came in with. Yeah, it's very good quality, and I will use this in some games. Yeah, the eye protection it came in with is very comfortable, as you can see. And yeah, it covers it, and it also covers my spectacles. So for those people who are wearing specs, yeah, it will fit well also. For comfortability, for me it's comfortable, but some people might say that it's not comfortable because here it's not soft, so it's hard. Second thing is that if you're gonna get shot in the eye pro, it might not be comfortable as it might hurt, but your eyes will be fine. Just that the reason why is because here is not soft. The eye protection that I'm using is the SCF goggles. It has foam padded at here, and so if I get shot in the eye pro, it won't hurt because there's foam padded. So well, for this is literally plastic, like thin plastic, jabbing you in your head. So yeah, but it's not gonna hurt a lot. So suck it up, guys. Without further ado, I guess that's it, and we're gonna go over to the firing, kind of like the firing demonstration, with just showing how snappy the blaster is again, and also the rate of fire and mag dumping some mags. So here we go. Not accuracy test cause the accuracy sucks. So yeah.
Bruh.
I'm just gonna make a quick conclusion.
Bruh.
Also the velocity is shooting. I tried to crony with this chrono gun here, but apparently I tried it a lot of times and it's very hard to crony this. Why? For springers, it will be easier because there is a compression barrel, so I can just align the barrel easily. But this doesn't have a compression barrel, and I tried to crony it. It's very hard. So I probably gonna have a hard time crony this thing as this doesn't has a compression barrel. Yeah, but the velocity is shooting. Okay, for this blaster here is shooting around. Should be shooting 150 to 180. Depending on the dart you use. For the comparison between LiPo and the alkaline battery is not really a huge difference. So yeah, so I think of the velocity that it's shooting, it shoots really decent at a very decent velocity.
Okay.
Perfect for flywheel. Some of you guys will say that yeah, hey, thermal fish, you're using you said that you're always playing nerf at 200 FPS and above. Well, the reason why I also bought this is because I need a blaster that shoots around 150 because I don't really have a reliable blaster at 150 FPS. I do have a Prophecy that shoots 150 FPS there, but the reason why I don't count that as reliable is because it's cracking. Yes, the shell is cracking, so not gonna talk a lot about that. Yeah, so that's why I actually bought this. Second is that I also want to get into flywheel as because obviously springers is boring right now because I find it. Well, this I just spam. Second is that I also want to tell you guys that for flywheels is the accuracy is not really that good, and if you're gonna bump up the velocity, let's say 200 plus FPS, you're probably not gonna hit anything, and it's most likely gonna be an indirect fire. So
Bruh, bruh.
100 and around the 150 there will be perfect for me for flywheels. Yeah, and obviously this is compact and you just need to pull the trigger. You don't need to punch or anything. So running around with this will be fun. So obviously I'm gonna tell you guys about some of the issue that is that basically full auto is very slow, but that's not a huge problem. If I'm using full auto with obviously the half length darts, any magazine works well. It will just shoot consistently until the magazine goes dry or the blaster goes dry. But if let's say I'm using full length every magazine, okay, every full length magazine, or you're just using full length, basically full auto seems a bit inconsistent. There will be kind of like a it's kind of like a 3-round burst where you pull on the trigger, it shoots very, very consistently, one dart, and then suddenly like it just shoot 3 at the same time, and then 3 at the same time, 3 at the same time.
Bruh.
So it's kind of like 3-round burst, but yeah, it's a bit inconsistent, but I don't think so that's a huge problem because I don't mind 3-round bursts, why not? Yeah, so that's basically the issue for full auto. If you guys actually if you guys think that that's also a huge problem for you, then you might as well just use semi, because semi for all full lengths and half lengths, all magazine works well. What do I think of this blaster? I think that this is definitely the perfect one for me. I used to think of the Phoenix 2.0 or the Phoenix, but the thing is that it has 3 flywheels and it's gonna kill my battery, and it only takes LiPo. Another thing sucks is that I have to buy more mags and it only use angled talons.
Bruh.
I don't have any angled talons. I only use the straight or the curve, so it kind of sucks, right? So I have to buy more mags and I'm gonna spend $300. Well, for this, I only spend about 220 SMD and I get like literally anything that I need. I get pretty much everything that I need. I got an iPro, which really gonna help in my loadout in the future. I can use full length and half length. I only use half length because I just focus on that because I invest half lengths the most, so I don't want to buy full lengths also. So I just focus on half length. So yeah, so I can pretty much use I can use both half length and full length, and the trigger pull is very, very light and it's very, very snappy. So that's the reason why I also buy this. Second is that you can take both LiPo and alkaline. So currently right now I don't have a LiPo because a bit too broke, so I might get one. And yeah, so that's basically for my point of view. So should I recommend you this blaster, yes or no? Well, it really depends. If let's say you are only a stock guy and you are going to stock games like playing with kids or people that only play stock, you use this blaster, okay, you might hurt the players or your enemies. The reason why is that this shoots like 2 times powerful than a normal stock strike, so there's a high chance that you're gonna leave them welts and bruises. So if you want to use this with your stock guys, I suggest you kind of ask permission, because I'm sure you don't want to hurt them. It's just a hobby. I'm sure you don't want to actually use this hobby to hurt people, right? So yeah, but if let's say you're a competitive guy, you want to go like literally 200 FPS, but or like you're playing above 150 FPS and you want something like a flywheel that hits a decent velocity, editing, and definitely I would say 150 for flywheel blasters is definitely good. So I would say that this is highly recommended for all your for people that play high powered nerf games or like high velocity nerf games. But if you are stock guys, stay away from this because I'm sure you don't want to hurt your friends or kids. So that's pretty much for this video. If you guys like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Please get me to 1k subs because I'm really, really close to there. So, and I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Peace.